Hello and welcome, Snake here. Welcome in another Hero Spotlight, where I'm deep diving into specific heroes, telling what the F is going on with them, what they have to offer. So today, I want to look into a Necrotect. Necrotect is a Tomb King hero that it's extremely valuable. This is the most valuable hero from entire faction because he increase capacity of certain units. And this is very valuable because capacity for units is tied to Tomb King's buildings, and only Necrotect can increase capacity, and some legendary lords, of course. But he is, the most valuable. And yet, he might be the least easy to level up. Because he takes some time to level up, like have a mount. Because he only can have Skeleton Chariot, and I think it's unlocked on level 12. Outside of that, he is on foot all the time. So as you can imagine, it's not the best. So these are his stats on foot on level 12. As you can see, melee defense is quite low. In general, his stats are quite low. He's not like the best fighter. Let's look. I think all of the Tomb King's hero are... Yeah, well, these are a little bit OP. Yeah, they are not very powerful. Because the power in Tomb King roster lies within units more than heroes. Heroes are nice, but yeah, units can carry on. So Necrotect, turn it off. And so what Necrotect has to offer? Like I said, he can have a chariot, and that's it. Chariots reduce his stats a little bit, I would say a lot. But you want to have him on a chariot to be very mobile and just GTFO when you can. Because if you leave him on a foot, he'll die. He'll die. He won't be. Remember, Tomb Kings doesn't rout. They disintegrate. Or crumble, yeah. So it's just... it's annoying when the leadership drops and he starts, like, disappearing. He can have missile resistance plus 15%, which is decent, because he starts with 15% base. Is that so? Okay, you know what? I am going to do this. I'm going to remove him so I can recruit a fresh one. So as you can see, there are certain traits. Like, this is crap one, but you can have a trait that increase capacity. And these, you should recruit. Even if you don't need them, recruit them. Always spend points, because this is super important. Because if you don't spend points, when you save character, the points are gone. Okay, so 15%. Yeah, so there was no shenanigans there or something. So he starts with 15% plus... Oh, it's rank 10 chariot. So 15% extra, it's 30. That's nice. Cause terror and 15% spell resistance. Nice. I would prefer physical resistance, but I'll take it what I have. Typical immortality and mentor. Now, you can give him restore, that he can, heal 2 construct units. Twice he can use it and heal a construct. Decent heal, it's pretty much potion of healing on unit. Stun Shaper gives you armor and missile resistance for constructs around him within 35 meters. That's why Chariot is necessary, so you can move him around. This is very important and helps a lot. And the Wrath of the Creation, again, affect allies in range, constructs, 35 meters, plus armor-piercing weapon damage, and melee attack. So you want to maneuver him and, move around. Stay close to your, construct, so he buffs them as much as possible. Also, he increases construct replenish. And here's the first choice you have to make. So, you can increase capacity for Spulko Stalker, Necropolis Knights, and Necropolis Knights with Halberdiers. So, first two, you can increase capacity in minor settlements. The third one is unfortunately in major only, but it's quite important to remember that. So these two you can have in minor settlements. So it's only one that is really valuable here. In my eyes, this is no-brainer and you should never pick it. I know it does increase capacity for 3 units, right? But you can do it in minor settlements and major settlements. In minor settlement, you will increase these two if you get the, stables or whatever. And if you go in a major settlement, you're going to have +1 for each of them once you build up the chain. So it's tied to a chain. Of course, it's nice. The second one is Tomb Scorpion +2. And this is the most valuable. The reason for that is simple. Tomb Scorpion capacity is increased only in major settlement, and it gives you +1. You cannot have it. As you can see, there is no Tomb Scorpion building.
Protect my vision.
And the last one is Ushabti. You can have Ushabti with Great Bow and regular one. And again, this can be increased in minor settlement as well. Minor and major settlement. So you can build it up. And if you build up the chain, this is tier 2, tier 3, you have the capacity. While Tomb Scorpions, if you build up in a major settlement, you still get +1. So this is pure value. It's value town all the way. This is the most valuable from all those 3. Because it gives you capacity for unit that is tied to major settlement. And also, it gives you +1. So, it's the one you should focus. If you don't like Tomb Scorpions, okay, it's tied to your choice, right? But I would say Tomb Scorpions all the way, because they are quite nice unit. Next up, once you have a rank 10, you can get yourself Master Builder, construction cost -10% for all buildings where you're standing in a province, and construction time for province, capital, settlement buildings, local province. So wherever you are, you reduce construction and time for certain things. And then at level 14, you have a second choice. And this is primarily up to you. Because you can have Necrosphinx +1, Cambrian War Sphinx +1, or Herotite. So which is +1, so whatever you do, it's tier 5. Tier 5 capacity. So whichever you do, you get the capacity. So if you're building an army of Necrosphinx, well, duh. I would say Necrosphinx and Cambrian War Sphinx are much more valuable than Herotitan, because he's really slow. He's really slow. I love his animation. I love how he walks. It's like a terror, but it's so damn slow. While the other two are really nice. Necrosphinx is, really very powerful weapon strength, while the while the Cambrian War Sphinx has the missile attack tied to it. So it does have decent stats, lower than War Sphinx. Necrosphinx, Jesus. Yeah, so War Sphinx is a little bit weaker, but you can run around and shoot people up. It's less for the armor piercing, but it's decent versus unarmored units. So it will do a lot of damage. So whichever you choose, you're gonna increase capacity. I would say these two should be primarily a focus, unless you have a king for this one. No king shaming here. Then his special personal line, his personal line of increasing his stats. First, you get leadership and charge bonus. You want to increase leadership because it's all about not crumbling. Conqueror, you increase... That's what I like about Tomb Kings. They have often 2 for 1. Like 2 stats for 1. So in this case, I have some... Of course, normally you would have like... No, it's actually... When you get melee attack, it's actually 3 points. And each of them give you 4. So you get 12 at the end. But here is 8 and weapon strength 10. So this is like 2 abilities in one of 2 tiers. So absolute valuable, very good to have. Here, melee attack 12, melee defense 12, leadership 12, tomb strike. This is base weapon damage plus 30%, melee attack plus 24, and cause terror. Affect allies in range max 1. So I think it's just... I don't know how does it work. Affect allies. So if I click it, it does 1 ally nearby, or it's just for you. I think it's just for you, because I've been playing with it and I never noticed getting buffed for other units, so most likely it's personal. Weapon strength 20%, very, very good. Armor 15, as you can see, his armor is shit, so 15 is decent. Charge bonus, very big one, because chariots, you know, when he gets on a chariot, he's going to need that charge bonus if you want to have him in combat. And the final one, speed plus 8% and hit points plus 6%. And Desert Strike, which is improved, you know, Tomb Strike. Also, he increased mobility, so Necrotect is quite valuable to have in a lot of armies. Especially one with constructs, duh. But even outside of the armies with constructs, I would go for Necrotect because 15% increased campaign movement is decent. Like, I have one in Cetra. I have 3 Tomb Princes, Necrotect, and Cetra. And I don't use magic in this army almost at all. Because magic is for weaklings. No, I just had a fantasy not using magic that much. So plus 15% is super valuable, you should have it, and Necrotect is even more valuable by this. He can stand in a province and increase some income, never do it. Damage walls, yeah, if you really need, if you don't have a siege attacker, I would say get a siege attacker. Like every lord eventually becomes a siege attacker because they get a mount that, you know, just make them siege attacker. Wound, block army, specialist, and the final, Canopic Jar Hoarder. Canopic Jar Hoarder is something every lord and hero got it in Tomb King's roster, and something you should put points always in. Because this is something you're gonna use a lot. Again, there are certain traits for Necrotects. They have some traits for personal stats, like in combat, but they're also the ones that increase capacity of units. And these are the most valuable. So remember to, whenever you find one and you don't need it, still recruit it and save it. This way, whenever you play your next campaign with Tomb Kings, you will have crapload of heroes with increased capacity immediately. Great value. So don't waste. The exception is when you get Necrotect for free. Sometimes, early on, you can get Necrotect for free. Game just give it to you. and use it until you can get your next Necrotect. Nah, don't use it. Here's the thing. When you have capacity, it's all about capacity. You don't pay for recruitment. So use it until you find something better.
Patron!
That's it. So you just increase, get yourself the good units. And if you start a campaign and you get like +1 to scorpions, this is like the golden one. But if you get the one to Ushabti, because they're the Ushabti, this is also decent. Because Ushabti at the start, they're easy to build up eventually. But at the start, it's great to get +1. Because you don't have to build up many buildings. And boom, you have a great tier 2, 3, and 3 unit immediately. So these are like very valuable to have. Again, like I said, prioritize the ones that give something. +2 scorpions is just so wonderful because I get +2 from trait. I feel like the scorpions are favorite here because every other is +1, but they are +2. So this Necrotect gives +4 to scorpions. One hero increase capacity +4. So that's 4 major settlements you would need to have. I hope you see the value here already. Take care of them. Always protect them because they are quite squishy. Compared to like Tomb Princes, Necrotects are vulnerable. Lich Priest, of course, is a wizard, so he's gonna be a little bit squishier. But they are really close in terms of being squishy. In general, Tomb Kings are not the toughest guys on the planet. That's why your lord should always have Resurrect, so he can heal, units around him every 90 seconds? Yeah, every 90 seconds. So wherever you go, take care of Necrotech, because if you lose before he gets immortality, if you lose Necrotech that, I don't know, gave you +4 to scorpions, and he dies, you lose that +4. He doesn't resurrect, he's dead. It's gone. So don't play with fire, watch out on these guys. Capacity for them can be increased, of course, in a talent tree. So each of a hero has, option to be increased. And where is... Hold on. So yeah, Necrotects require 100 Conopic jars in order to get this talent. Conopic jars are not that hard to get. Nevertheless, at the start of a campaign or in general, having 100 for each, I mean, okay, they are not in the same places. So sometimes it's gold, sometimes it's Conopic jars. So wherever they are. But there is also one where you can have here. It never increases cost, so it does 400 Conopic jars, 5,000 gold, and golden idols and marble. Can be crafted multiple times, so you can spam if you have Conopic jars. I don't have it. And suddenly my capacity is bigger. Let's see if I have any saved. Yeah, Serpent Carver, Sphinx Carver, Scorpion Carver. Serpent Carver is the one that increases capacity for
This is my endeavor.
Sepulchre Stalkers. +2. It's okay to have if you want to use them. It's also nice. Very good unit. Very squishy. Remember, Tomb Kings also have fire weakness, because why not? So, fire weakness, just great to have. Just take care of those boys, because they will die. And, oh, they're anti-infantry. I didn't even, yeah. So when they be, whenever they're gonna be on a chariots, they will smash infantry. Yeah, you give them charge bonus and everything, and they will just roll over. They will roll over infantry in the chariot. Like this one is buffed. It's still, look, it's still very crappy stats. But for the Tomb King reality, it's fine. Tomb Kings often do more damage, base weapon damage than armor piercing.
More slaves. I need more.
So it will, in a chariot, it will roll over the infantry. If you get early on Necrotect and level him up a little bit, you will be able to run around like armies and just mow down in your chariot, mow down archers, basic archers, crossbowmen, stuff like that. They will die, like Empire archers or crossbowmen, or you know, anything with pistols. They don't have much armor, so the base weapon damage will do crap loads of damage. Because lack of armor will definitely be a vulnerable spot. Plus, they have, you know, anti-infantry. Not a lot, but always something. I mean, +20 is decent enough. So, be smart with using them, but make sure you take care of them so you don't lose them. Oh my god, that's 20 minutes. I am so sorry. I always have a lot to talk, so I hope you like this video. If you do, please tell me in a comment that you like it and you want more, or tell me to shut the fuck up so I know I'm doing something wrong. But if you do dislike this video, I would be appreciate if you tell me why, so I can improve. In the meantime, subscribe if you like what I do. Have a great day, take care, and bye bye.